Yeah, okay. So anyway,
Yeah,
guys, so I don't know if anyone heard, they did announce that Pikmin 4 will be hitting the Nintendo Switch in
next
2023,
year.
which that only leaves between 106 and 473 days until the game comes out.
I
So
want it to be delayed, so you'll shut up.
you know that that will just make me talk about it for longer.
I know.
So you don't want that.
I no. I just want you to be like sad.
Wow. Okay. They already delayed Breath of the
I'm.
Wild. That was, or sorry,
That's fine. I don't care
Legend of
about that.
Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom,
Yeah, it has a new
which
name.
now has a name and a release date,
Thank
which is
God they
cool.
didn't just put two at the end.
I think people would have been fine with that.
I would have been like, I would not have been fine with that, but yeah,
I would have
I
been
don't think
so
people
fine
would have
with that.
cared.
I think people would have been like, "Oh my God, Breath of the Wild!" But again,
But
I'm gonna buy
again,
it.
yeah.
I'm excited. It looks really good, actually. I
Yeah,
didn't
did
think
you
that they were
enjoy
gonna
the
make
15 seconds they
the
showed?
15 seconds of gameplay that they showed us. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Can I say something? The Nintendo Direct was dog shit.
Um, yes,
Yes.
there was a lot of information on farming.
Exactly what I was going to say next.
I think they
Every
didn't.
other game was a Stardew Valley Harvest Moon type.
They did not have enough farming games coming to the
They
Switch for
they
sure.
didn't have enough.
Did you watch the direct, Jack?
No.
They had to have had at least 10 separate like different games that are
It was a lot.
all farming simulators.
What games?
I can't like list them all because I don't really.
Stardew Valley 2. They should make a second Stardew Valley.
I think the first one is good.
Well, yeah, but like
They can just
make a
update
new
it.
one.
They just
Okay.
update the first one.
Yeah,
It's
Sequels
like
are always
Minecraft.
better.
yeah, but
That's
it's like
not
Minecraft. Yeah.
true.
Sharknado.
And you know, he's right.
The first Star Wars movies were sequels.
But they didn't start like that though.
I mean, sure. Play Metal Gear.
God damn
Okay.
it.
Um,
Metal Gear Solid 5 too.
dude, you want to see this thing that I made that I'm like kind of proud of?
Yeah.
Okay, so we had this morning. This is why I got. So we're actually recording this podcast a little bit later than we normally do because I was taking a nap because I got 4 hours of sleep last night.
It's like an hour
Um,
later than normal. It's not.
okay, you know, man, it's fine. Um, and so I've been sick this week. I don't know if anyone could tell. Maybe my voice is back to normal. I can't even tell at this point. But we had this project due today, and we are drawing the
Ooh.
Vanna Venturi house, which I'm sure that no one who is listening to this is familiar with, unless it's someone that I know and they're in architecture, in which case, this.
Audio
Um,
listeners, imagine like a house.
Look up pictures of the Vanna Venturi house and then imagine it in like a coral sunset color palette.
Yeah. That's pretty
Yeah, that's
accurate.
it. Um, And so we were voting like for who's we thought was like the best in the class. And like keep in mind there are like probably 100 people. Okay, maybe not 100, but like 80 or 90 people in my section of studio. And mine got 19 votes. And
That's
everyone got
pretty
two
good.
votes, but mine got 19 votes. And I was like, what? Like, why? So it was like the most liked by a decent amount, which kind of made me stressed and for some reason made me feel bad, even though I worked really hard on it. Um, yeah, so I was incredibly grateful, I guess. I do not get any bonus of any kind for it being the most liked. And
Yeah, wait, what
actually,
was the point of that?
one of my professors was like, or one of my TAs in the class was like, yeah, see these colored lines here, which I did because I thought, I did like warmer colors on the inside and I thought it'd be cool to like split the house open. And then this shows like the light of the interior.
Yeah.
They were like, yeah, we've actually never seen that. And I was like, so is that a good thing? And they were like, so the professors might not like that. And I was like, everyone else liked it. So
It by default it got the most likes. So like
it got the most likes. It
it
got
kind of has
19
to
likes.
be yeah.
It actually in total got 25, but that's because my friend Chet had a stack of 7 post notes and then walked over and went, I'm going to put these up here so they make you talk about it. And I was like, you're kind of a bitch. So if he's watching this, shout out. You're
Shout
not
out.
actually a bitch, but
real one.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's like a situation where what's the one memorial in like Washington D.C. where it was submitted as like an architecture project, but
Oh,
then
the
as
Vietnam War
yeah,
Memorial.
yeah, yeah. As and the student got like a C or whatever, but it's, used as the memorial today.
That's what like. I'm gonna be honest. The more and more I take of this course, the more like no one knows what they're doing.
That's every
Like,
course.
well, yeah, but like in architecture, like they say all these like fancy like architecture terms and whatever, and then like they were like, yeah, so we don't know if, the professors are really gonna like this one. And then everyone in the class does. So I'm like, okay, well, I think it's cool. I spent a lot of hours making it, so I think it's decent.
I
But
mean,
it's
I don't
like
know. Yeah. There's
like,
just a weird disconnect between like the teachers and then the TAs and then like the directions the students are given
yep,
and the knowledge between all those people. It's just weird. That's a hard thing to manage.
kind of how college is though. So
Yeah.
anyone going to college or in college or about to go to college, good luck.
I think I have this conversation at least like twice a week with different people on separate
Hmm.
occasions where it's like, yeah, I just don't know what I'm doing. And I'm like, yeah, me
Yeah.
neither.
Me either. No, very
And
rarely.
that's just kind of the journey. So
Yeah. That's how you learn.
it
Yes.
definitely, for sure. I mean, I think a lot of my like programming stuff is just self-taught at this point because you
Oh
don't
yeah.
get shit all for instructions.
Nope.
I had recently, this is my first we had to like write a script to do like network tests. It's like super fucking boring. I'm not going to get into the details, but I looked at the rubric. The rubric was the only sense of what the script like had to do like at all.
Yeah.
And it's a rubric, so it's not like descriptive. It's just has this, has this, has this. And the top one on the rubric was just the words "has the shebang" with an exclamation point. So I was like, maybe that's just like it looks like you tried or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So
The
I didn't
shebang.
I didn't think anything of it, and I'd submitted my assignment. And then in class, the day the assignment is due, they're like, "Yeah, you have to have the shebang." And then it's like actually a line of code specifically that you need at the top of the file.
And it
I didn't
says,
know that. You gotta like give me a demo first.
yeah, dude. I swear that's like all colleges. It's like here's instructions, make this.
You can't
But
give me
also,
like random words and be like expect me to know that that's terminology that you haven't taught me.
yeah, what?
And they also just expected us to know like how to use modules that I've never even touched before. I don't know what sub processing is. Don't ask
I
me that
I have
shit.
no clue.
I
See, the
mean,
cool
now I
thing,
know, but
yeah, that's good. The cool thing about my major is that there was this one kid who he went to Kent last year and now he transferred here. And I would say that out of everyone in the class, like who went to OSU last year, he is the most knowledgeable by far. And he didn't even go here. So my program is not preparing me for my program as well as another program is. So that
right.
was really cool to learn.
I mean, there's like, you know, it's different from everyone. Some of the classes move at like a different pace. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. You would think like they would all have like the colleges would talk to each other and talk about like a
Like a
similar
sort, not like a
curriculum.
standardized, but like sort of
Yeah, like these are
like,
general things that all the students should know.
yeah, exactly.
But no, that makes too much sense. We can't do that.
Well, it's like my freshman architecture studio last year was supposed to be like this new curriculum that they were trying that was like 50% landscape architecture and then 50% regular architecture so that freshman students who are coming in can decide between the two like which they like, which is a great idea in concept.
In theory, yeah.
But in practice, we had so in architecture, now that I'm here, we do all of our work in a software called Rhino. And landscape architecture still does almost all their stuff by hand so far. They will do like CAD and stuff, but right now, that's what they're doing. All 6 of the projects that I did throughout my studio class last year were hand drawn. And all of them, 5 of the 6 were like landscape architecture based projects. So all the landscape architecture kids are like totally ready and set for their courses this year and like have the skills and what they need to know and blah blah blah. And then we kind of just got thrown in and we're like, all right, guys, open up this software, be done in 2.5 weeks, get back to us. And like I figured it out, I guess, but like it would have been very helpful to have some instruction there.
I feel like that's the one thing I've noticed, like the major thing between the difference between last year and this year is that this year I've given no instruction on anything at all, just even remotely.
They're like, you're not a freshman anymore, so you just know what you're doing,
So I just know
obviously.
stuff, yeah.
I
And
mean,
some of
I
the
know things.
professors, like the people that talk in class are most often the people who like actually know what they're doing.
Hmm.
Because people who don't know what they're doing aren't going to raise their hand to answer a question that they aren't like 100 or at least 90% certain that they're right about. So the
Yeah.
professor's standards about like what the class's knowledge is defined by the one guy who raises his hand in class, and that one guy happens to be the most knowledgeable guy in the room.
Yep.
So then I'm expected to know everything that the one guy knows, but I'm not that guy. That's a totally different guy.
New guy just dropped.
New guy just dropped. Except he hasn't just dropped, he's been.
He's been here. Yeah, that's how it is. Like, that's what stresses me out about my course. Like, I have a really good friend who's like, he's like the best in our, like, he's always ahead. His projects always look really, really clean. And so, oh, like, I think in my section, next to this guy, I'm probably the most knowledgeable in the software and what to do. But like, that's because I've had to like work my ass off to figure it out.
Yeah.
But like, he's just kind of like, yeah, I got it. And like, I sort of, my understanding is like, they're gonna be like, oh, see, guys, well, he can do this, so all of you can also do this.
Right.
And it's like, I, I can do that with like an insane amount of work, like an insane amount. But most people cannot do that. Like, we don't know that. And I couldn't do that with a reasonable amount of time. So like it's like an architecture culture thing that like you should just be drinking coffee like all the time. You are expected to like not sleep,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
which is questionably all right, but you know,
It's not like that, my campus is like one of the top 10 most caffeinated campuses in the United States or anything like that. So,
that's awesome.
tech school. But yeah, I don't know. It's all like stupid because no, it's just dumb. I actually don't have anything to say past that. It is just dumb.
It's just dumb, yeah.
I feel like you, as a student, have to like fight for yourself way more than you should to like
Yes.
actually see any success in the classroom.
Yep.
Or you just have to know stuff, which
Well, it's like,
doesn't make any sense because why
Yeah.
are you here if you already know stuff?
Exactly. Like what am I
It doesn't
what am
make
I
any damn
paying
sense.
thousands of dollars to do if I already know things?
I'm just here to get your damn piece of paper, bro.
Well, that's not it though. Like if you just have the paper, then it's like sure, I mean you could probably apply for a job and then get it, but if you get into the job, you're gonna be like, I have no clue what I'm doing.
But sometimes the job like doesn't even directly to relate to the piece of paper and what you had to do to get to the piece of paper
That's
in the
true.
first place.
Sometimes you can just get a job because you have a diploma, and they'll be like, yeah, you seem qualified.
Yeah, and then
Which
they
is
train
also,
you to do the job. Like
yep,
it's
anyway, which is also kind of a sham,
because
but
what are they gonna do? Hire you, and then they're like, "Oh, you're not proficient in this one piece of software that only we use. That's interesting," and then fire you. Like,
yeah, what? No, that's not.
no.
Uh, The system is a sham.
It is in many ways.
That's okay.
It's not okay, but I
It's
think
not.
that's okay. That it's not okay.
I think maybe hopefully we can change. That's I was thinking about that the other day because I went to this lecture yesterday that was all about like changing the process of like construction, and to make it sort of more integrated with the process of design. Because right now, like architecture and construction are like two totally different things. But I think that relates to like a lot of disciplines and the workplace, like in general, of just how like it's just very like disconnected and like it's not like to change it to be more efficient and like better for people, that would take so much time and unfortunately like legislation and legal action and all sorts of baloney and shit. But
Yeah.
it's just like I feel like half the time we just don't change the system to be better for people because it just takes a lot of effort.
It takes too long, and there's not enough people like rallying around like this super hyper specific issue that like is not the most pertinent thing. Like there's a priorities list, right?
Yeah,
It's like, you know, global warming,
it's lower than it should be.
abortion, like it's a bunch of other things, and at the very bottom of the list it's like how to make buildings better,
Yeah,
which it's on there, don't get me wrong, but
but
like
it's
maybe
definitely
maybe
not
we should figure out how
like
to like fix the poverty problem first or something like
yeah.
that, right? That seems a bit more important, and
There's just
rightfully
like
so, but
there's just like definitely enough money also.
yeah,
But it's like
it's just tough because that money sits in the pockets of Jeffy B.
but what do you mean, Jackson? Jeffy B earned all his money. So
he
he should keep all of it.
he did earn all of his money, but like, you know,
This is satire, by the
pay
way.
up.
Yeah. No, I mean, okay. Don't get me, I think there's definitely some merit to being like, okay, I worked really hard,
They gotta have a money
and
cap,
I
bro.
they got it. They
He
have to.
Amazon found the infinite money glitch. It's ridiculous.
He literally just bought like a $500 million yacht, which is like the most expensive yacht ever made, and that's like one like how much is Jeff Bezos worth?
Like a lot of money. But he's like the guy from the Lorax who figured out how to like sell air.
Yeah,
Like he just made a thing and now it's too big to like get rid of. So it just makes money. Is like what is
yeah.
that's a lot
So
of money.
that's just like 300 times his net worth. The yacht.
Oh, the yacht is 300 times his net worth.
Could you imagine being able to buy 300, $500 million yachts?
Wait, he bought 305.
No, no,
Wait,
no.
hold
He
on.
didn't. Sorry. Jeff Bezos bought or made a $500 million yacht.
Okay.
And that yacht is give or take 0.5% of his net worth.
Okay, yes. That makes I think you said it like backwards, but
Yeah,
yeah.
sorry. He has enough he's worth $150 billion. So he has enough money to make 300 of those yachts.
Okay. Yeah. Now that
There
makes
you go.
sense. That's
But
like a
like
lot of
that's
yachts.
I think I could very easily live off of $500 million for my whole life and also my children and my grandchildren and their children and many more.
Yeah, it's like at some point it's like generational wealth, right? But at some point it crosses into like monarchical wealth, where it's like the wealth just transcends the rest of the peasant people,
Yeah, it's like you just
and the
don't.
rulers of the kingdom get all the benefit.
Yeah.
Rip Bozo, by the way.
Yeah. The queen is dead.
Wouldn't it be so funny if she died on 9/11?
Oh, they could never celebrate it.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's our day.
I mean, that's just our day to us, though. It's not our day to everyone else.
No, it's our day.
Right, right. That's true.
That's literally the America Day. Like
That is the.
independence, whatever. Every country has their Independence Day
I definitely need
from
to.
England, obviously.
Right, right. And everyone's is actually from England.
Yes, definitely.
Uh,
And ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the lull in the podcast where neither of us know where to go next.
we have reached the lull in the
I
podcast.
went,
Well, I sorry, go ahead.
I went rock climbing the other day for the first time.
Yeah.
This isn't really that interesting, but yeah, I
Well,
was
would you
like,
like to talk about that experience?
I was like, I'm not a super athletic guy or whatever, but my friend Chris, he was like, yeah, I asked him, I was like, you're gonna go rock climbing this semester? He's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was like, okay, next time you go, you're gonna force me to go with you, just because I'll do
Yeah.
anything once. I always say that it's the motto I live by. So okay, we go to this like rock climbing gym. It's like a 20-minute drive or something like that. And my friend Chris is like, oh, also, this guy Mike will also be there. And I'm like, oh. And Mike is a guy who was like our orientation leader like last year. So like when we came in, there was like a big orientation thing. It was just like, show you around the school, get you acclimated or whatever. So Mike is our orientation leader. And I haven't spoken to him in like a year. The last time I saw him, we were in like one of the big cafeterias.
Yeah.
And someone saw, and then like everyone was waving. I turned around and flipped him off instead to be different. So I was like, oh, this will be interesting. I didn't even know if he like remembered who I was or anything like that. I was just
Did
a
he?
guy in that moment. No, he had to like take a second to be like, I know who you are, but I don't know who you are. Because
Yeah.
my hair was also like, half as long at that point,
Yeah.
or like not
It looks
even.
good though.
But yeah. So we show up, and Mike and I are cool. It was like whatever. Yeah, we're just playing. We're boys. Boys, men will be men. And then
Yeah.
yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. Rock climbing was cool.
Yeah.
I
That's awesome,
hopped
dude.
up first time ever. I was like, I don't really know where the limits are, what my capabilities are. So they have, I'll explain very quickly. They have like a grading system for how the different climbs are. It's like V0 to like V10 basically, and then like after that, it's kind of like, you're getting into like you might as well be in the Grand Canyon basically.
Right.
The V0 is like anybody should be able to do this. Uh, I didn't start there because I'm a bad boy. I started
You
at the
are a bad boy.
V1. I one try that because it's easy, because I'm skilled, because I'm
True.
goated with the sauce. And then I went to another V1, crushed that one easy, and I did that like 2 more times. And I was like, I mean, this seems pretty easy. I'll go to the V2. And then that shit kicked my ass. So, we've got a goal to work towards for next time.
B2. If it makes you feel any better, I feel like I could also probably not do that. I've only been rock climbing once, and it was last year with my friend Albin. Um, or I mean, like recently. I've
Yeah,
gone
yeah.
my old school actually, like from first grade, used to have a rock climbing gym, and it was a Montessori school, and they were like huge, and they're big into like self-taught learning and whatever. So they had like
Yeah.
really really good, um, just like really really good sort of facilities. Thank you. There's the word. Um, and so I went on like this rock climbing class for a little bit. It was awesome, but I was also like 7 or 8. So I'm sure the wall was like 3 feet tall and was not actually that big. So
Yeah, it's
definitely
a
want to
little
go
bit
back.
different compared to like, being like a real adult human being who's,
I'm
I
scared.
mean, for the most part, fully grown, technically.
I think I'm mostly fully grown.
I don't think I'm getting any taller.
I'm definitely not getting any taller. I'll definitely probably get wider
Maybe.
at some point. I feel like that's just kind of how it is, you know?
That I mean, yeah, we all just grow wider and then we explode.
Right? Like
That's the circle of life, like
true.
a water balloon.
Everyone knows that. Yeah, that's like the first thing that they taught me in AP Bio.
Yeah, it's called
That's
it's
why it's called the water cycle. Yeah,
the water cycle,
right.
which is definitely something else.
Yeah, yes it is.
The water cycle.
Yeah, these are the things that you learn about in college.
Yeah, it's really important. Don't go to school, do drugs.
No, don't do drugs. I mean, you don't have to go to school, but don't do drugs.
No, you should everyone should do drugs. Start with cocaine
No.
at 14. And then you can work your way up to heroin,
Or you could try the best drug in the whole world.
ayahuasca.
Wrong. Pikmin 4.
No, it's not.
Which
The game is
transitions
not out yet.
into our next.
You can't say it. Okay.
Dude, it's going to be so good.
You don't know that though.
I know it.
What if it's shit?
Okay, so here's the thing.
Okay.
When they showed us like the slight bit of gameplay footage, and by that I mean the shot of the butterflies on the plant on the rock, and then the shot under the bench, and then the shot of the bulborb by the fence. Those first two shots, pretty much all of those like textural resources, other than I don't know the bench. I don't remember seeing a bench in Pikmin 3, are from Pikmin 3. The bulborb model looks like slightly cartoonier, and I never saw a fence and a clock, but like if some of those resources are just from Pikmin 3, why the fuck did it take 10 years for you to be like, oh my god, guys, Pikmin 4, Pikmin 4?
You are going to be dreaming about those specific scenes every night until the game comes out.
No, I'll be dreaming about those specific scenes every night until they release a second trailer.
Or then, yeah. What if they
Probably
just
not.
don't? What if they say nothing about it and then the game just like comes out? They announce
I'd
it with a Twitter post. They're like, the game comes out tomorrow.
I'd be cool with that.
Would you though?
Yes.
I mean,
But
at
you
this
know what?
point, you just want the game. So
I just want the
fair
game. I don't
enough.
care, dude. They released Pikmin 1 before I even existed. And then they had Pikmin 2. I was 1, didn't play that. I've only played 1 and 3. I
which
haven't
is
played 2 yet.
crazy because 2
I
is
know.
amazing.
2 is really good. We still got to finish playing through that. We started.
Well, that was the co-op though.
Yeah.
We did that. Like the single player is not co-op.
Oh, it's
Like
not.
the main story mode. Yeah.
Oh, it's different. Okay, then I guess I got to go back.
Unless I'm crazy.
I don't know. I
You
haven't
can
played it.
actually do that. I actually don't know.
I guess we'll find out. So I definitely got to go back and do that because I've heard 2 is really good. But like, they had 2 that came out in 2004. And then they didn't come out with 3 until 2013, which was 9 years later, which was super cool. And I
here
played
we
it
are 9
when it
years
came out
from then.
2013. And now it's been 9 years and it's been 10 years. It's going to be 10 years since the last game came out. So inevitably, Pikmin 5's coming out 2034.
2030. Are we counting down till then as
That
well?
countdown begins now, baby.
2034.
It will probably. I feel like 4 is probably going to be the last one. There's no way they're going to drag it out to
How
5.
are they not going to go to 5?
I don't know, man. I just feel like they won't.
They can't
But
just
maybe.
end it though. It's such a good series.
Oh no, I love it.
It's one of their
Obviously.
main IPs.
I feel like it's not though. That's why it takes
They've
them like 10
dragged-
years to come out with every fucking Pikmin game.
They've dragged Mario and Rabbids out to like almost 4 games at this point.
It's only 2.
No, it's 3.
What?
The third one's coming out soon.
No, it's 2. It's the original one and then Stars of Hope.
No, there's another one in between.
I don't think there is.
I think there is.
You're thinking of the Donkey Kong DLC.
Is that just DLC? Does
It's
that
just
matter?
DLC.
It's another fucking game in and of itself. The DLC
It was
is
pretty
huge.
good. I bought it. Actually,
Did
I
you?
have the game, And then I actually haven't even finished it yet, so I should probably go back and play that. But I have the game, and then I have the DLC because it was on sale, like the game and the DLC for like $40, and it was
Which
normally like 90 or some shit. And I was like,
crazy to say that that's a steal, but yeah,
it kind of is.
it.
Well, the game,
I feel
oddly
like that
enough,
should have launched as 40.
is really good.
No, I believe that.
Like I know that Ubisoft made it, and they're like kind of hit or miss, but like
What game?
Mario and Rabbids,
Uh,
like it's pretty good. I mean, don't get me wrong, sometimes the rabbits are like really annoying, but like the enemies are really cool and
Sometimes
they have moments where they're fine.
enjoyable. Are they
Yeah,
ever
I didn't say that.
enjoyable?
I didn't say that. That was
So
not
it's
the word
never
that
a
I used.
positive. So there's neutral and there's negative, which if
No,
we,
okay,
do an overall sum.
there's like a few positive moments. It's definitely mostly like, oh my God, can you shut up? But it's not entirely that. So
Could
I
you
don't I
name like specific story beats from that game?
no, I haven't finished it. Like when I say I haven't finished it, like I really haven't.
No, I know that, but like the way I like tend to think about if a game is good or not is if I can remember like actual things that happened.
I mean, the combat is just fun. Like it's a good turn-based combat system.
No, but you know what I mean though? Like
And it's
sometimes you
like satisfying.
play a game and it's like, look, I loved Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. They're great games.
Still
I
haven't played Eternal.
cannot tell you a fucking thing that happened in either of them.
Yeah,
It's just you go to hell and there are demons
and you
and
kill them.
you kill them, which,
Yeah,
like hooked me in. Don't get me wrong. Or like
I think the thing that got a lot of
Wolfenstein,
people.
the first
Yeah,
Wolfenstein and Wolfenstein 2. Cool games. Do not remember anything that happened. Like it's just like something about Nazis and then like the Jews are bad or something.
so I haven't played either of those games, but I've heard they're good. But now I'm maybe thinking about not doing that.
No, I mean they're kind of outdated at this. Like it's
Yeah,
you're so far removed from when they were released. It's like going back to them kind of becomes like a hassle.
yeah. I don't know. I would consider it though.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to mention this.
Yeah.
This just in breaking news. Last time, I we mentioned the one of the greatest gamers of all time, the
Right,
Ninja.
the Queen. Oh, yep, the Ninja.
No, not the Queen. Definitely not the Queen.
She was a
Although
big
she
gamer.
does have a bowling talent. I've been made aware
That's kind of strange. Well, I
for
mean, not
Wii
anymore.
bowling. She has like the 24 karat gold Wii.
What?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Anyway,
I wonder who's
the
getting that one on the
Ninja.
will. Not Harry.
Last week, Ninja had gone dark on all the social medias,
Oh, is he
and
back?
he went live earlier this week with no prior like warning at all. He's just like, I'm live. And the twist was that he's live on every live streaming site at the same time. So every time he's been live since then, he's been on Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and like one or two others. So just all of them at the same time.
I didn't
Which
even know that you could do that.
is, well, you can't. Like if most of the big streamers, they have like a deal signed with like Twitch or YouTube or whatever, right?
Right. Yeah.
And usually with that deal comes exclusivity to the platform. So now he just doesn't make money off of any of the platforms he streams, except YouTube, I guess, because YouTube still has to pay him because he has a YouTube channel. You know what I mean? So it's a little convoluted, but you cannot like donate to him or sub to him on Twitch. It's very strange.
Interesting.
So I don't know what the hell he's doing. But
He's making a comeback in his
I don't
own
know.
unique way, I guess.
He made it seem like he was just like terribly depressed. I think this was just a way where he was like, "Oh, my contract with Twitch is like kind of up." Or I don't even know if he signed anything or if he was just like, hey, Twitch, can I be on your platform? And then Twitch was like, okay. So I don't even know if it was just,
That's tough.
I don't
I
know.
mean,
It's weird. But I'm kind of interested because that landscape is changing very quickly.
yeah,
And there's a lot of changes recently where like, we had Mixer not too long ago, a couple years ago, which most notably grabbed Ninja and Shroud for like, some absurd amount of money. And the idea was if we take the big ones, then the rest of the viewers will follow and Twitch won't have an 80% market share in the live streaming space.
right.
But that didn't happen.
No, it did not.
People who wanted to watch Ninja just would watch Ninja and that was it. Like no one stayed.
Yeah, why would you? Yeah,
It was just people go to a different platform. And now YouTube we see is like kind of taking the strategy of if we get people in a similar community, then the whole community will follow over, which is kind of working.
yeah. No, that makes sense.
That makes at least more sense.
Yeah,
You
than
know,
just being like, yeah, we'll just get Ninja, and then everyone who has ever used Twitch will have to go to Mixer.
it seems to be like a law of the universe that the first thing you think of is like the worst possible idea possible, which is why Mixer no longer exists.
Yes,
So I
it was
mean,
very short-lived too.
yeah, it was. I mean, they're the company dissolved before the big guy's contract was up, so he just got free money basically.
Yeah,
Which that's pretty cool. I like free money.
I don't think I've ever been given free money.
Speaking of Mr. Beast, we're waiting on you to reply. We're waiting on that $20,000 each. So
Right, right, for us to do some challenge.
yeah, the kill as many orphans as you can
Nope,
challenge.
not doing that. I don't care. No,
What if everyone's got a price, Henry?
no, man.
No, everyone's got a
I'm
price.
not doing that.
Are you saying if you killed one orphan and you received $1 billion?
Like, am I supposed to say like, yeah?
Yes.
What am I supposed to say? No, no.
What if the orphan is 85 years old?
Sure.
Oh, so just because they're an orphan, you can kill them for money? Interesting. Kind of selfish of you to say that, don't you think?
Yeah.
And now we've swapped roles.
Yep. Well, I'm not gonna judge you for, I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, Jackson, you killed all those orphans. I really hope that Zach and JD are listening to this conversation. But
You wouldn't you wouldn't judge me. What's
what? Just ignore it.
just yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't. I don't think it's morally correct, but you can, I guess.
Can I though?
I mean, no, you shouldn't. But like,
If next week I came on and I was like, today I want to talk about how last week I killed 12 orphans. You'd be like, "All right."
well, I would say all right because I would think that you're joking. But if you actually did it, I think that we would
No,
just
there
have
was
to
like a
like,
news story. Let's say there was a news story. You saw the news story. It had like my face. My bail was like 100 grand. Mr. Beast bails me out.
that's it. Kill 12 people and it's 100 grand.
Well, they were orphans, easy targets, right?
Dude,
So,
oh my God. This is not getting any better for you.
what do you mean it's not getting any better?
Um, yeah, I still don't think that we could maybe associate.
Is that what it takes?
I mean, if you wanted to get rid of me as a friend and partner, I
Killing
I
12 people is enough?
I mean, there are easier ways to do it. You could just be like, "Hey, I don't really want to be friends anymore," and I'd be like, "Oh, okay, why?" And then you'd be like, "I just don't feel like it." And I'd be like, "All right, I guess I have to respect that."
But that doesn't make a good episode of NCIS, now does it?
It does not.
Which those do come, all those cop shows, like, they take inspiration from like real cases or whatever.
Dude, NCIS is good.
That's what people say, and I don't care.
That's okay. Like,
People say a lot of things are good. That statement doesn't mean anything. I'm sorry. Continue.
no, that's okay. I mean, they do. That's true. But also, everyone has their own unique
That was just
taste.
a nothing burger of a comment. I'm filling time.
That's okay. Yeah, I don't. I like NCIS. I used to watch it with my ex-girlfriend. It's a good show. We started watching Criminal Minds, and I liked it. And for some reason, all the cannibalism episodes like really freaked me out. But NCIS is like Criminal Minds, but like it's still got like the same level of action and like nice uh like true crime sort of solution and whatever. But like it's a little bit tamer.
Is that why you wouldn't eat me as a taco?
Yes.
It's because of NCIS. Fuck them.
No, 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 no.
That's messed
First of
up.
all, it's because of Criminal Minds. And second of all, I just wouldn't because that's gross.
Why not? What if okay, so let me explain. The fabled question of if I like let's say I have to get my leg amputated for some
You
reason.
should ask people the donut question.
I no. We're not going to do we can save that one for later. That's
All
put
right.
in the vault. That's the good shit.
All right.
So hypothetical, I have to get my leg amputated for some reason. And then it happens. My leg is gone. I
Right.
have a stub like a pirate, and
Right.
I go to the doctor who cut my leg off, and I'm like, hey, for religious reasons, I need my leg so I can be buried with it when I die. And he's like, okay, they have to give you the leg in that instance. So I take the leg, we cook it up, make it into a taco, and then we have me tacos. And you're saying you wouldn't eat a Jackson taco?
So you would.
You're saying if it was my leg?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would eat myself.
What?
Why not? That's a once in a lifetime
I guess I'm like
opportunity.
maybe I guess I'm maybe like a little curious. Like
Cannibals do
I guess
say.
I would
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
I guess yeah, sure. I guess I would try. It's just something about like it in like in the criminal mind sense of like, yes, I killed this person and then skinned them and ate them. That just makes me like mega uncomfortable.
So then, what changes it between that and it's my leg?
Well, we're not really killing you for the purpose of
Yeah,
eating
but if
you.
if there was a guy, if there was a serial leg cutter offer,
I don't know, man. It's just the staging, okay? It just they have
sure,
creepy
sure.
music, and the dudes who do it are always like, eh, and that it just freaks me out. I don't know why. I didn't
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But if I had an opportunity to try a U taco,
Ask
I'll tell
Zach.
you.
Ask
I'll tell you
Zach.
about it later.
No,
Okay,
no, no,
Zach.
no. Zach, we need
Zach,
your input.
hypothetically, if Jackson had to get his leg amputated for some random reason,
Isn't this that
and
group
then
of friends that did
just
that?
just shh, 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 they did what?
No, there's a story about this group of friends. One of their friends had to get like their leg or arm amputated, and the guy was like, "Hey, why don't we eat the leg?" And they all had a dinner just to try human flesh.
I did not know about this.
Apparently, he did not know about this, and
This
I
is
did
this
not
is a
either.
true story.
Anyway, so ignore that. Pretend that
Okay.
you don't know about that. We're gonna have to get back to that later. But hypothetically, if Jackson had to get his leg amputated for some reason, and then he said to the doctor that for religious purposes he had to keep the leg, which is horseshit. But
It's not a
whatever.
horseshit. You could
It's
do that.
horseshit. Well, I mean, sure, but you
You're allowed
wouldn't.
to keep it.
What?
You're allowed to keep the leg because it's yours.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, I guess. I guess
Yeah,
that's like as your property as you can get, really.
yeah, like that's part of your leg. Yeah.
But he was like, yeah. So, and then we cook it up and we make it into tacos. Would you eat a Jackson taco?
I feel like I'd have to because I'd never
See?
get another chance to
Yeah.
like. legally tried like eating part of a human,
Yeah,
which
but
is
doesn't it? It's
disgusting.
disgusting.
It's
Yeah, I
disgusting, and
don't
I
like
feel
it.
weird doing it, but like it's like the call of the void. Like I have to like try it.
Okay, yeah.
Like, am I gonna like scarf down the whole taco? No.
What if it's like really good
If
though?
it's really good, I'm gonna be very scared.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to be though.
I feel like it's probably not. We're definitely like gross.
Well, it also depends on like the diet. Like, what Jackson? What's your diet?
Jackson, what do you eat, man?
I think my diet's pretty good. It's pretty balanced, I'd say.
You're pretty lean.
Like, are you
Yeah.
grass fed?
Yeah, wait, do you eat grass?
I'm grass fed, yeah.
He's grass fed.
Grass fed open range.
Right. Yeah,
Open
well, he's
range.
definitely not open range. No. Is
Let me
that
tell
fucking
you,
Heisenberg?
the fields out here we have,
Oh.
my goodness.
Yeah, do you do a lot of grazing?
I do a lot of
I
grazing,
only
let me
eat
tell you.
graze.
Yeah, well then I don't know. I guess you'd probably be a good taco.
I think
Graze.
so. Cannibals, when asked like what meat human tastes like, or like is most similar
I
to,
swear to God, if it's fucking chicken, I'm gonna be so upset.
no, they
Tastes
say
like it.
veal,
Ugh.
which is interesting. Which kind of means it's like its own thing,
Yeah,
which is why I think I would have to in this scenario.
yeah, I guess so. I guess I would do it. I don't like the idea, but like I can't think of
You think
another.
I like the idea of eating my own leg?
You brought it up.
It's a hypothetical.
I don't know, man. Sure, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I
I'm
think
gonna go
you.
with my answer is a very regretful yes.
I think you have to. You just have to. It's a once
Yeah,
in a lifetime.
it is a once in a lifetime.
If you
I
got
think if
the
Jackson's like, eat it, and I said no, and then he was like, come on, then I'd probably do it.
So that's all it would take.
Yeah.
So if you
that's
asked him
good,
to do it
yeah.
and he said no, and then you asked him again, but said like, "Come on, man, you got to try it," he'd say yes.
That'd sell me.
I think that would probably sell me too, especially if you hit me with the, "When are you gonna do this again?" Because you either turn me into a cannibal or I just get this one chance. So either way, it's like kind of an L.
The moral of the lesson: peer pressure works
Um, I'd
because
say in
that's
some cases.
literally what it is. That's what you just described.
I think it matters the context, you know? Like, I could be peer pressured into doing certain things, but like, you're not going to peer pressure me to like, if someone was like, Henry, this is the one time that you're ever going to get to try cocaine in your whole life. I'm not going to do it.
Really,
I don't care.
one
No.
time
I'd do
it
it.
was.
I'd actually do it through my butt too.
Okay, so Zach would do it through his butt.
That's a little interesting, but
He
sure.
would put him into job. You know what I'm saying? He would
I'd
be
get the fattest line. Like,
straight up the anus.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, so I would not do that.
If it was one time, if I knew I was in like a safe environment, I would do it. One time for the one. Why not?
For the boys. Do
Yeah.
it for the vine, you know?
But it would have to be under the condition that it would just be like me locked in my room with no access to anything.
Yeah, I still don't think I would do it.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't, you
I
don't
don't know,
know
maybe
what's gonna
not. I
happen.
might change my answer.
I'm gonna not,
actually.
yeah. I'm gonna
Yeah.
refrain. That's gonna be a
Do
no
it.
from me.
Do it.
Zach is encouraging you to do it.
Come on, man.
He's joking, by the way. But
No, he's not joking.
We're talking about cocaine or eating someone.
okay.
Oh, okay, maybe don't.
Oh yeah, see? Maybe don't. Maybe don't.
He was still on the eating someone, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I would definitely
Unless
eat.
you really want to.
Yeah, unless you really want to, and then you can.
But the other thing I was going to add on top of the me taco thing was like, what if I actually died and then it was in my will? I was like, I want you to eat me as a taco.
I should probably so I'm gonna go eat. That's Scott.
Eat at Scott. Scott is a dining hall.
I'm gonna
Everyone.
eat Scott. I'm eating Scott.
Scott, run.
Scott, my
For the
man.
viewers at home, JD went out of frame without eating a man.
He is not eating a man.
It's
We don't keep
two men.
Two men named Scott and Tuh. Together they are Scott.
No, tradition. That's Scott.
Yeah, traditions at and Scott. Yep. Bye, JD.
That's amazing.
What the fuck did we just say? That totally. Oh
I
right,
don't
if it was in your will for me to eat you as a taco when you died, first of all, there's no way that you live for less time than I do. Second of all, I'm thinking it's a
Jackson
no.
was hit by a bus, then he will definitely not slice it.
But then like I would be doing you a disservice.
Yeah, you'd get like 7 years bad luck if you didn't eat me.
But come on, man.
What if if you wrote in your will, I want you to eat me as a taco, and then you put like please and then followed by come on, man, at the end, then maybe I do it.
Okay, I gotta write this down. I gotta send an email to my lawyer.
I swear to God, if I ever see your will and in it says Henry Gleason needs to eat me as a taco, I'm not doing it.
Come on, man.
Okay, fine, I'll do it.
That's a good chapter in the autobiography later.
That is a good chapter in the autobiography. That's so. I feel like I would be too sad. I don't think I could do that. That would very much like mess with me morally and consciously.
I am dead.
Yeah.
It's like the worst thing that's ever happened to you. You're
Weird, man.
bawling for 2 weeks straight. And
Like, dude, if my
will...
dad died and then the only thing in his will to me was, Henry, I want you to eat me as a taco, I think I don't know what the fuck I'd do, but that would be some serious mental trauma right there. Like that is not happening. I am not doing that.
That's more than a couple trips to the
But he
therapist for
wants
sure.
you to.
That's too bad that he wants me to. I don't want to do that. Like, are you kidding me? Oh, no. No. Maybe. I don't fucking know, man. You'll have to ask me when it happens.
But when it happens, I'll be dead.
Well, write it in your will and put, like, optional in parentheses next to it.
Then what's the point?
Put like heavily encouraged side quest, but optional.
The reward is crazy, bro.
Yeah, the
what
reward
if
is
it was
crazy.
like if you eat me, then I'll give you like my entire estate.
I'll do it.
No hesitation.
No, there is a little. That was mostly for the bit. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe I might do it. I can't believe this is an actual conversation that we're having.
Good. I think we've learned a lot today.
I think we've definitely learned a lot about each other today. Okay, if I wrote in my will and I die before you, that you have to eat me as a taco.
I like how we're just going with it's specifically a taco.
Okay, whatever. You can make me into whatever meal you want. I don't even care. If you have to eat me as meat, you get to pick the cut. I would recommend maybe the quad.
Yeah, I think you've got some nice quads.
Well, I think like that has like the most like least fat to muscle ratio, I would say.
Okay.
Or maybe the forearm, but like there's not a lot here, you know?
Yeah.
I would go with the quad. Or the calf. The calf would be good.
Wait, so what do you want, like, in a cut of meat? Like, not a lot of fat?
Well, I mean, you want like a little bit for flavor, but you don't
Right.
want it to like mess with the texture, you know? That's me. Like I love
If it was too muscly, it'd be like stringy.
no, not necessarily because you're cooking it. So it would be
Right.
but like you want some fat. It's like filet mignon, you know? It's like mostly meat, but there's like a little very lean cut.
Yeah.
That's my favorite
Okay.
kind of steak.
So, like, the ass would be really bad.
Yes. It's
Oh,
pretty much
'cause
everyone
bacon.
has fat on
Because
their ass.
bacon is really fat.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Oh, okay. Well, that gets into a whole thing. Okay, you have to have Henry Bacon. That's got to be
I
part
like
of
bacon.
it. Plus, then I can finally say that even in death, you were still eating my ass, and then that would just be a reward beyond anything, really.
I like to imagine you're like in purgatory, you're watching over like you're going through your entire life with God sitting next to you, like you're in a fucking movie theater and it's
I thought you
just
hated
you
that
two.
guy.
Yeah, but like hypothetical.
Okay, hypothetically,
You're like in a movie theater is you and God, And then you get to the part where you're like writing this shit out in your will. You're talking to the
And God just
lawyer.
looks at you. It's like, what the fuck, man?
You were this close.
Yeah. This was your hell moment, just so you know.
Yeah.
I decided to let you in because I was interested, fairly
Like
enough. But
Shark Tank, he's like, and for that reason, I'm out.
I'm out. And then Satan walks into the room.
And he's like, welcome.
He's like, "Can I get a piece of that bacon?"
What if hell is the good place?
Dude, I love that
No, that's a
show.
stupid question. Yeah, because that's literally just the show.
That is. No,
that's-
you just spoiled it.
But the show has been out for so long.
Doesn't matter.
You have had
It didn't-
time.
It didn't end that long ago.
That's true. But I feel like you could have figured that out by watching like more than a couple of episodes.
Whatever, watch it anyway. It's a really good show. I love that show.
Yeah, watch The Good Place.
Good Place is crack.
I feel like you can't you don't have to provide a spoiler warning for something that aired prior to 2016.
It's fair.
Like you've just had time.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
don't know.
your fault.
I never got How I Met Your Mother spoiled for me, and I watched it like 2 years ago.
I don't think anyone's like going out of their way to spoil that though.
I know, but it would be really easy for me to like find out, you know?
Well, yeah, but like not as easy as if the new Marvel movie came out yesterday and you had
Yeah,
to
that's
stay off all social media for 24 to 48 hours,
That is true. Yeah.
which I mean that is a struggle. Not one that I personally know because I don't give a shit. I think I've had every Marvel movie I've seen spoiled for me before going to see it. Because I'm not one of those people who has to be there on opening night.
Yeah. It depends. Like some of them I really like. Like anything Spider-Man, I'm there.
And you're there more than once.
What?
How many times did you see Into the Spider-Verse in theaters specifically?
3.
Yeah.
I only saw No Way Home. I only saw No Way Home once though.
Yeah, not
theaters.
even
I've seen it,
counting
twice since then.
like how many times you've watched it on Netflix or whatever. Or no, I
didn't
guess
even
it's
know.
on Disney Plus.
It's on Disney Plus now. Or no, it's not. Because it's Sony owns it.
Oh.
None of the Spider-Man movies are on Disney Plus, except for or no, none of them are. I don't think. Because
Maybe.
Sony
I don't
owns
know.
the rights to Spider. Yeah, it's a whole stupid
There's
thing.
too many sites now to go watch stuff.
Yeah,
Like it doesn't.
I missed the one.
The one?
I guess there was never. Let's just make a streaming service. Some company, Jeff Bezos. Amazon's got to just buy out everything.
You realize that's Amazon Prime Video, right?
Yeah, but
Like
okay,
that
so they
already
actually-
exists.
Okay, but Amazon Prime Video is the biggest fucking scam of all time because you have to pay
Why?
for Amazon Prime Video, and then on top of that, there's like very, very few free options. So if I want to watch a movie, there's like a 95% chance I'm gonna have to pay for it, and it's like not cheap.
No, that's true. It's like Apple TV in that sense.
Like I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna go watch Spider-Man No Way Home, $20 to buy, and it's like, and even to rent it, it was like $8, and I was like, okay, well if I watch it twice, there's $16 right there. Might as well just buy it. I have in fact watched it more than twice,
yeah.
but it's like, why?
I feel at some point, the same thing that happened to like the music industry is going to happen to the film industry, where it was like music was just so easy to pirate at one point that the way that the big like Apple Music and Spotify got around that issue was let's just make it cost like literally nothing and then give you so many options and like quality of life features that you just have to.
Yeah, that it just makes
Like it's
way
just
more
a
sense.
good deal at that
It is
point.
a good deal.
Is a great deal. And then I think that's going to happen with like Netflix and Hulu and all them.
That would be nice.
I feel like that's the natural progression of things.
I hope so, because right now it's actually just getting more and more expensive.
And I could see that happening with it is it kind of is like going the trend of like how cable was.
It was just kind of like a big L
Yeah. But I think
for
that's different because cable is, you got to have like wires in the ground, or you get like fucking satellite, and then every
yeah.
time there's like a semi-thick cloud above your house, you just don't get a signal.
You just nope. There's no TV for you. You're fresh
Yeah.
out of luck. Sorry. Yeah,
But I was gonna say I could see it going the same way for video games at some point.
that'd be nice. Never for Nintendo though.
No, Nintendo games are the only games that will forever remain expensive.
It's so fucking stupid though, because I don't know why I continue to support them because they're like, okay, we're not going to re-release most of our old games. And I'm like, okay, well, what if I want to play that? And they're like, oh, okay, well, you can't. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to pirate it. And they're like, nope, can't do that.
Can't do that. That's a DMCA,
That's a DMCA right there. And it's
and they
like,
take
okay,
down the ROM on EMU
yeah.
Paradise.
So like, like, are you just never gonna?
No,
Oh,
you
one
gotta go
thing.
to. You gotta go to. Actually, I'm not gonna say the site.
Yeah, don't say
I'm
anything.
just not gonna say it. Actually,
Don't ruin it. But one thing from the direct that I was like, oh my god, that's so awesome, is that they're oh fuck, sorry, they're re-releasing Kirby's Return to Dreamland,
What?
which is the best Kirby game.
No.
I
which
was
is the
about to
best Kirby
say.
game by far. Yeah,
Wait, is that the Wii one or the DS
the
one?
Wii one.
Okay, that one was really good. I was thinking of Superstar Ultra.
That one's really good too.
Superstar Ultra's.
That one is also good. Yeah,
I wish they would release Superstar Ultra. Like, I guess they already did.
I was
Because
I
low-key
forgot they
kinda
announced
surprised
that.
with
Holy
Kirby.
shit.
I forgot about it too, and then it showed up on my YouTube recommended, and I was like, uh.
Yeah, that's crazy. They kind of fucked up the art style, but like whatever.
They kind of did, but like it's all right.
It's fine.
I'll
I don't
take
know.
it.
It looks too much like a 3DS game,
Yeah.
which is not a good thing.
Like we have the Switch now. Why are you not? That's another thing about Nintendo. I know it's like a stupid gripe because like, whatever. They like to do things differently and whatever, but like why can't you just like have a console that's like the Xbox Series X or like the PS5? Like, do you know
Well,
how
like,
awesome it would be if like Pokemon actually got like the opportunity to make like an open world game that was like fully like imagine Breath of the Wild, but like
that could run
Pokemon
above 30 frames per
that could
second.
run above 30 frames and like had nice lighting and like the models didn't look like they were made by me like they do in Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I could model the entire landscape of Legends Arceus now with the skills that I have learned in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, that shit is
The
like
whole
AI
thing.
generated, basically.
Like it looks bad.
It is very bad. It is not good.
There are like
I think
5 different types of trees.
here's the thing. I don't think people who want to play the Pokemon games give a shit at all about that. They just
they
like
always
really like turn-based combat, and they like browsing the subreddits.
yeah, I guess, but like it could just be so much better.
Yeah, it could, but like at the same time, I don't really need anything more out of the Switch. The games are good.
They are.
You
Yeah,
know?
no, I like the Switch.
Also, have you seen the fucking PS5 and the Xbox Series X? They're ginormous. They're huge.
Really?
The PS5 is about as tall as your computer case.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
We have the same computer case.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess yeah, you would be pretty sure about that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not as wide, but it is huge. And then the Xbox Series X is probably taller, but it looks more like a rectangular prism.
No, I don't think it's that big. It's like
No, it is huge. It is
I guess this is
ginormous.
pretty large, yeah. That's okay. It's still
And then-
less expensive than
I don't even know how heavy those things are, but I got to imagine they're a pain to
Decent.
lug around. Like it used to be, you could just grab your fucking Wii or whatever, and you just take it with you everywhere you go.
The GameCube had a fucking handle on it, for God's
Okay,
sake.
that was stupid because that thing
Well,
is it's just awkward, right? Like,
yeah, but like it's a proof of concept. It's like, yeah, this is light enough and easy enough to like bring around with you.
but like even the PS4, I feel like was or the Xbox One were small enough. At least like the first editions, they were small enough and like easy enough to carry around with you different places.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is a big thing for a lot of people. But also, I don't work at I don't work for Bill
Xbox.
Microsoft, so
Yeah, classic.
or what's the Phil something? It's whoever the the Xbox guy is. Phil.
I don't know.
His tag on Twitter is at Xbox P3 or some bullshit. It's not like his actual name. Shout out Phil though.
Phil from Xbox.
Phil from Xbox.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't have an
Hey.
Xbox.
Phil, if you see this, give us an Xbox.
Yeah.
Prove us wrong.
I'll take an
Or
Xbox, I guess.
something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would take an Xbox to sell it.
I'd use it.
I would, like, there's just no games, bro. What are you going to play? Halo Infinite?
I do not like that game.
Exactly.
My friend was really trying to get me into it, and they were like, "Oh yeah, well you got to use different weapons, like the alien weapons do more, or the energy weapons like do more damage to your shield."
Halo's ass.
Thank you.
It's so bad.
No, okay, wait.
I don't get it.
Wait.
It's not bad, but I just
Halo is not ass as a franchise because I know that saying that is going to make so many people upset. But like
Yeah.
And another story.
Halo Reach is like one of the best games I think I've ever played. Fantastic. So
That's
good.
true. Yeah.
Halo Infinite, I don't know if it's like if the weapon system is just different or something, but I was just playing it and I was like, this is just not fun. Like I don't like it.
It just all feels
I
off.
never
It's
liked the
strange.
multiplayer.
Like it's I don't know.
The story was fun.
Halo Reach, I'm telling you, best multiplayer, best story, like combination of Halo games. It was so good. I have so many good memories playing that game. But like I don't know, Halo Infinite just feels like that is the most expensive game ever made, and it
I
was
was
just
gonna
like
say,
so mid. It was just so mid. It wasn't bad. Yeah. Budget 500
million?
million.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro.
It was crazy.
They made it on Jeff Bezos' yacht. That's why it cost that much.
Yeah.
But like, and then when they showed those like early like beta footage, like that footage looks like it came out of like the PS2.
Yeah.
And then I mean the final game came out, it looks like fine. I mean the art style is just different, I guess, which is kind of weird, but like at, I don't know, man, it's just weird. I just didn't love it.
You know what else is weird?
What?
The ending to this episode.
And we're done.
Yeah.